Morning guys, May 17th, 2024. So I'm gonna call from a guy. He's got he had a flood in his basement. I guess somebody unplugged the sub pump to plug something else in, then he had like 6 inches of water in the basement. So now his water heater's not working. So the pilot line's probably full of water. Most likely there's some water in the pilot line and can't get it lit. So we're going over there and see if we can take it apart and see if we can get the water heater lit. It's a gas water heater.
At the stop sign.
Try to get you some shots over there. Nice day. It's gonna be like 65 today. It's been beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. Let's see if we can get it to... Oh, the pilot's on now. It's on. We'll give it a minute. If I can... Well, let me do my job, madam. Please. Let me see. Give me a minute, okay?
Sure.
It's on. I can see it's on. We'll see if it stays on. Shut the flipping light off. It's on. We'll see if it stays on. It's on now. Yeah, it's going out. What is? It's wet underneath. Pan's wet underneath.
Yeah.
It's lighting up, but then it's blowing out. What the deal is, it's all wet in here. This pan's all wet. I'm gonna have to loosen this up till it dries out. Got all wet.
Yeah, they
You know, we had a big flood down here and it's gonna breathe. If it can't breathe, it's gonna choke out. That's what's happening. It's choking out. It doesn't have enough. There's a screen on the bottom in there that's all wet. So what we'll do is we'll
You want a towel or something to dry?
I'll loosen it up. I'll loosen this thing up for now to give you hot water, and then you're just gonna have to tighten it in a couple of days. I'll call him, your son.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
I don't really understand the one.
That's what they call seal combustion. It's not getting in the air. It ain't gonna breathe. Sometimes I can loosen it up. It'll work. Dry it out. This fucking thing's open. Get a little air in there. It won't go out. It'll be sucking in air from there. Let's try it now. I gotta gotta relight the pilot. It's all flipping wet. It's all wet.
You want something to dry it with?
Let's see if that's even. Pilot's on. No, when I light it, it's gonna dry out. You know, the heat from the burner. It'll dry it out. Let's see if it works now. Yeah, I'll just suck air in through here before it runs. It should dry it out. I'll have to come back tomorrow and put this back together. Drill holes and there's a screen on the bottom of that thing that's all wet. There's the flipping screen. Date 2003. Sometimes guys will pop this window off of here, get it to work. Leave the window off. It's all wet in there, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So the screen gets all wet and it just chokes out. So I got this cover off for now to let it give it air. And see if that dries out, and we'll try putting the cover back on. They came out with these new water heaters that are seal combustion. They take air in from the bottom. You know, they're always changing shit, you know.
Yeah.
They make things are very made simple, and then they make them complicated.
Right. Then they can charge more for.
So then that's what it was choking out. Same thing with the cars, you know, they're making them so difficult nobody can work on unless you got a computer.
Oh yeah, that's been for a while.
Everything's like that now. It's ridiculous. Even the flipping lawnmowers they make now are complicated, right?
I don't know, I haven't bought one recently.
It's like they got all these flipping safeties. You got to push this, you got to push that, you got to push this knob for it to work. It's like, what's all this crazy shit, right?
I wouldn't do well anymore with anything like that.
It's like, what the hell? I like the old ones. You just start them up and go. There's no have all these bells and whistles, and
Yeah.
thing wants to give you a back rub and rub your feet at the same time, right?
Right. Who wants that? I mean, buy a new car.
So you retired now, yeah?
Oh yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, a lot of people like the retirement once they get used to it. After
You have to
about
reset your goals.
yeah, after about 6 months, a year, people start to enjoy it. They don't have to worry about getting up, and they can do what they want, and,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Exactly. But you have to set your goals differently too, but you don't have years and years ahead of you to,
Yeah, you don't know how much time you got left.
you know, so you have to.
Yeah, see, still a little flipping.
Up there.
Too wet in there.
Oh, oh, no, no, oh.
Oh, crazy wet. There's a screen on the bottom there, but fucking.
Yeah, we had a lot of visitors for Mother's Day weekend, you know. we got food all over the house that we don't usually have.
Still running. Sucking in air from around the edge, you know.
You want to put the fan on it?
I didn't put the fan on, no. Why, did you?
No. I said you want to put a fan on it to dry it.
No, I'd rather not do the fan because I just got the cover cracked right now. I'm gonna tell you that's your son that I talked to on the phone, right?
No, it's not my son, but
Who was it I talked to on the phone?
Peter.
Who is he?
He's a fiance of Don Christensen.
Okay, I'll talk to him and let him know what I did. He's gonna have to put this cover back on in a couple of days. Once this dries out, he can put that cover back on. But he should be able to handle that. He seemed pretty handy, huh?
Oh, yes, he works on building.
Yeah,
things.
so I'll let him know what I did here to get it going. And
Yeah, he knows those kind of details.
it's running, so. Like I said, I don't want to, you need hot water. Gonna start getting a little smelly here if you don't wash up.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Huh?
Yeah, we're working on getting smelly.
Yeah, you don't want to get smelly.
No, I'm not interested in that. That's how I found out the water. But he already knew. We called him for it.
Alright, we'll leave it like that for now. I'll let him know what I did. And
Okay.
you just gotta put that cover back on tomorrow or a couple of days. Over the weekend, should dry out. Years ago, none of this used to all be wide open. There was no seal combustion years ago. And what happened was there was some flammable stuff going on. People would leave like gasoline cans around the water heater. And then the fumes from the gasoline could ignite the gasoline can. So when they did this, it stopped all that. But who's dumb enough to put gas in front of a water heater? That's why they did this.
Depends on how much you know.
That's why they did this, but I don't see no gas. I mean, you have to leave it like this for now to get you by. Like, I just left that job. I called the son on the phone. I told him what I did, that I left that door ajar. I'm gonna leave it ajar for a day or so that water heater will dry out that water underneath on the screen. It's all wet under there. And then the guy can put the door back on. Either that or call me to go back and you have to pay me to go back and put the door on. They need hot water over there, and somebody, I guess, unplugged the pump, the sub pump, and didn't plug it back in, so it flooded the cellar. Well, he figured that out, plugged the pump in, but then the water heater wouldn't work. So it wasn't the pilot, it was just the screen on the bottom was wet. And they come out with these new seal combustion water heaters a while back. Years ago, none of the water heaters had covers on the bottom. They were just all open. They would suck air into that area. I mean, they work fine like that. It's just they're designed to be seal combustion, designed to suck air into the screen on the bottom with that cover sealed. But if you have issues like this where they get flooded, you gotta open the door for a day or so to dry it all out, and then you can put the cover back on and it should be fine. I went over in detail over the phone, and he knew exactly what I was talking about, and we're on the same page. So over the weekend he'll put the cover back on, he said, and we'll try that. If there's still an issue, might have to change the water heater, but let's see. One step at a time here. Try not to get things too complicated, right? Like I told the old lady, you're getting a little gamey there. You don't want to get smelly. you to take a shower. Getting a little gamey there, Miss Molly. Another damsel in distress. Miss Molly, another damsel in distress.